Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be showing you my finger detangling methods. So let's get started by dividing the hair into two sections and then divide each of those two sections into two more sections for a total of 4 sections. And I just pin the other sections out of the way and work on one section at a time. And here I am just raking my fingers through my hair. I try to start at the ends and kind of get that a little smoothed out a little bit before I begin my process of raking my fingers through. If I feel a snag, then I stop and rake, stop, separate, and rake again, stop and separate where I feel a snag. So rake, snag, stop, and separate. And this helps you to detangle the hair without just running on through, because if we were using a comb, it would get caught in there and pull on through. So again, we just rake and smooth. If we feel a snag, we stop and separate. And then I just start doing smaller sections to be sure that it's good and detangled. So we'll just continue to rake and smooth, and if we run into a snag, we'll stop and separate. And as you can see, I have plenty of product in my hair. Left my hair dripping wet, and then I just saturated it with the Tresemme Flawless Curls. And you can see how much product is actually in my hair. It allows for a lot of slip, so your fingers can glide through easily. And that's exactly what you want, a lot of slip in your product, to be sure your fingers can glide through, or your comb if you're using a comb. I used to use a comb to detangle, wide tooth comb, but I found when I finally figured out how to finger detangle, I noticed my curls had a lot less frizz. So I'm starting to like the finger detangling, and I am doing it more often. Hadn't used a comb to detangle in about a month. So I'm just continuing on through this section, and as I get up to the closer to the crown of my head, I kind of just flip the top hair over and work specifically on the bottom to be sure I get those roots detangled really well. So again, just smooth and rake, and if your fingers get caught, you stop and you separate. And again, as I go up towards the crown, I'm just flipping the top piece of my hair over so it will be out of my way so I can continue to smooth and rake. And if I hit a snag again, I just stop and separate. So I'm just being sure that it's good and detangled. And at the end of this video, you will see how much shedding there was. And I do this about every 3 to 5 days. Just depends on how my hair holds up, but every 3 to 5 days, and I'll show you my shedding at the end of this video for my entire head. And I'm just separating anytime I feel a snag. And I do this until I get it running through smooth without any snags. And there you have it.